Welcome back to WesKnows. If you've been following our journey so far, we've explored the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and our very own Earth. Today we're shifting our gaze to something big in our sky that has fascinated humans for centuries: the Moon. Just like Earth, the Moon has helped us understand some of the mysteries of the cosmos. It's the brightest object in the night sky and has influenced stories, myths, poetry, and even our calendars. So let's see what we can learn about the lunar landscape today. It's believed that the closest neighbor of the Moon has a tale of cosmic collisions. There's more than one theory how the Moon came to be, but one of the most agreed by scientists goes like this. Around 4.53 billion years ago, a Mars-sized object flew by space and collided with the early Earth. This shattering impact resulted in a massive cloud of gas, dust, and rock debris in space. This formed a donut-shaped ring of fragments around the very young Earth, and pieces collided together to form a single body of mass, eventually combining to form the Moon. This astronomical event of both destruction and creation shaped the Moon as we know it today. Just like the Earth, the Moon has its own geological features. It's composed of a solid iron-nickel core, a partially molten layer, and a thin outer layer made up of various rocks and minerals. The surface is covered in craters, mountains, and vast plains known as lunar mare. It's time for a data dump. In this data dump, I am going to get grey.
Because the Moon is grey.
The Moon is much smaller than our home planet. Its diameter measures a mere 3,474 kilometers, or 2,158 miles, which is just slightly less than the length of Australia. The Moon's distance from the Earth is 384,467 kilometers, or 238,897 miles. The rotational period and the orbital period are the same. They're both 27.32 days. They're synchronized, and that results in the same side always facing Earth. The surface temperature varies from extremely hot in the sunlight and to extremely cold in the shade, ranging from about 127 degrees Celsius, which is 260 degrees Fahrenheit, to minus 173 degrees Celsius, which is minus 280 degrees Fahrenheit. The Moon doesn't really have an atmosphere, but it does have an exosphere, similar to Mercury and other moons in the solar system. The exosphere is a very thin layer with small trace amounts of gases and can occur because of very low gravity. The Moon has about 1/6 of Earth's gravity, so it can't hold on to particles to make an atmosphere. The Moon's thin exosphere contains very thinly distributed amounts of helium, hydrogen, neon, and other gases. Without a protective atmosphere, the Moon is quite helpless to the harsh solar winds and cosmic radiation, creating a pretty harsh environment. Have you heard about tidal-locking? Tidal-locking is the result of gravitational forces between the Earth and the Moon, leading to a synchronized rotation, where the Moon's rotation on its axis matches the orbital period around the Earth. It wasn't always this way. but as the moon's rotation gradually slowed due to tidal forces, angular momentum conservation ensured its eventual locking. Tidal locking is very common in celestial bodies closely orbiting larger ones. This phenomenon means the moon always presents the same face, the near side, to Earth, while the far side remains hidden. It was a mystery until 1959. The familiar side features dark maria and historic lunar landing site, while the hidden far side is only revealed through space exploration. It's revealed a more rugged terrain. Okay, it's time to talk about the phases of the moon and why it seems so tricky. Sometimes it's full, sometimes it's just a little sliver, sometimes we see it in the day, and sometimes it's in the night sky, it's nowhere to see. What's up with that? First up, let's talk about the timing of things. The phases are a result of the varying positions of the Earth, Moon, and Sun in relation to each other. The moon's rising time isn't constant. While the sun rises and sets at different times, so does the moon. On average, the moon rises 50 minutes later each day. Sometimes it's 45, sometimes it's 55. There are 8 primary phases of the moon. The word waxing means getting bigger, and the word waning means getting smaller. First up, new moon. I'm going to use the sun, earth, and moon. I painted these earlier. Tasmania, New Zealand, Japan, and a bit of Russia going across there. I'm going to use my legs to hold the sun and the earth. First up, new moon. The moon is positioned between the earth and the sun, and the side that is illuminated is facing away from us, making the moon appearing nearly invisible. The new moon rises about the time of sunrise and sets about the time of sunset, making it hidden during the day. Next is waxing crescent. A sliver of the moon is visible, marking the beginning of the waxing phases. As the moon progresses during its waning phases, it rises in the east a bit later each night, and you'll notice it's becoming more visible in the evening. First quarter, half of the moon is illuminated, resembling a right angle with the sun and earth. Waxing gibbous. More than half of the moon is visible, going towards full illumination. Full moon. The entire face of the moon is illuminated, as it is directly opposite the sun in the sky. The moon rises in the east about sunset and sets in the west at about sunrise, reaching its highest point in the sky at midnight. After the full moon, the illuminated portion starts to shrink. During the waning phase, the moon rises later and later each night, making it more visible in the early morning sky. Last or third quarter, half of the moon is still illuminated, but now the other side is left visible. And last up, waning crescent. A small sliver of the moon remains illuminated, marking the end of the lunar cycle and back to the new moon. over and over and over and over and over again. The moon orbits around the Earth every month. So much to talk about when it comes to spacecraft and the moon, so we will definitely revisit this in another episode. But today I'll do an overview. While we can observe the moon from Earth, we've sent numerous spacecraft to learn more about its mysteries. In the 1960s, during the historic space race, the United States and the Soviet Union competed fiercely to be top dog in space exploration. The Apollo missions, led by NASA, definitely proved more successful, with the famous words, "The Eagle has landed."
15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. We have a liftoff. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Shadow.
On July 20th, 1969, the Apollo 11 mission marked a monumental moment in history. Astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to set foot on the lunar surface. Their giant leap for mankind echoed around the world as the news spread. The subsequent Apollo missions continue to unveil the moon's mysteries, conducting experiments, collecting samples, and advancing our understanding of lunar geology. Following the Apollo missions, several spacecraft have ventured to explore the moon. Notable examples include the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, launched in 2009, which has provided detailed maps of the lunar surface and studied its topography. The Cheng missions by China, such as Cheng 3, with its rover U2, aim to explore and analyze the moon's geology and composition. Additionally, NASA's Grail mission used twin spacecraft to map the moon's gravity field. More recent efforts, like the Artemis program, are gearing up for human return missions. They are hoping to find sustainable options to create future human habitats and continue to gain better understanding about our wonderful moon. Well, that was another fun episode. I hope you learned something new and your cosmic knowledge is growing each week. As usual, there will be a quiz based around today's episode, so make sure you join in. Also this week, there will be a surprise. What will it be? Some bonus episode. You'll have to look out for it. And as usual, like, share, and definitely subscribe to my channel. Have a good day. I need to do a wee. And bonus episode.